So, hello everyone, my name is Lantro. I'm a Splatoon speedrunner, been doing it for about around 5 years, and today I wanted to make a video on how you can get into Splatoon 3 speedrunning. I wanted to make a commentated video explaining a very beginner-friendly category that would be excellent to start out if you're interested in getting into this sort of thing. So, before we get into the actual run itself, we need to talk about a lot of setup things on what speedrunners will do to actually prepare before they'll even do the speedrun. One of the most fundamental things that I would say is having a good timer application that is going to keep track of your progress at the very certain points in the run, right? And the way most speedrunners will do that is an application called LiveSplit. LiveSplit is fantastic and custom made for speedrunners, because you can add all sorts of different components to the LiveSplit. Like, I have a title here, then I have my splits, it has all these detailed times, and then I have a timer, a detailed timer that's going to tell me how long each segment is, how much time I could save on the segment, what happened in the last segment, my best possible time, the best time I would get by adding all of my best segments from the run, and then a world record module at the bottom. That is how I personally set it up. If you're wondering how that looks in LiveSplit, yeah, look at my notes. What are you gonna do about it? On my LiveSplit window, I'm gonna click Edit Layout, and these are the things: title, subsplits, detailed timer, possible time save, previous segment, best possible time, summon best, and world record. That is covered by my face cam. Title, subsplits, detailed timer, possible time save, previous segment, best possible time, summon best, and world record. Those are the things I've been going with recently. If you're wondering, how can I get these things set up for my own splits? I've never used LiveSplit before. I recommend watching a video from Small Ant, who did a guide on setting up LiveSplit in the first place. I'm also going to be linking in the description of this video splits that you can use, blank splits for any percent no major exploits. One is going to have subsplits, which are basically these more detailed splits that divide it into sections. And one of them is not going to have subsplits, because that is the only thing that works with Mac's version of LiveSplit, LiveSplit 1, and some runners just prefer that in the first place. So, now that we have talked about LiveSplit, best to go over OBS setup. So I think I'll move my OBS over here. What a great view, right? So this is my OBS window that I use for speedrunning. A little bit messy, as you can see, but essentially the main components are: I'm going to have this capture card, I'm going to have this mic input, and then I'm going to have the LiveSplit as a window capture. I believe it is window capture 2, if I'm not absolutely mistaken, unless I named it as something LiveSplit. This window capture 4 here, which I really should rename to LiveSplit, so you know your OBS is more organized. So how does this look when I take off that tunnel vision right there? I have my splits on the left outside of the gameplay, the webcam on top, and then just a little overlay on the bottom. You can have splits on the gameplay, but there's so much overlay stuff in Splatoon games that sometimes it doesn't make sense to do that. So I recommend personally having an overlay with the splits on the side, maybe a webcam, maybe some notes on the side. I know Hashtrace has had category information on the bottom before, but you don't need to have a specific background image. It could just be black bars like what Thundy does, and as long as you're getting footage from the capture card, the audio is going through, and you have your LiveSplit on the side, it can be very watchable that way. Okay, now that we've gone over that, what do I have next? Switch setup and resetting. Oh, this is a good topic. I get this question all the time. So, Lantro, how do you reset in Splatoon speedrunning? once you complete a file, you can't like delete the save file in the game. So what do you do for it? Here's what I do. On the top here, I have the maximum amount of profiles you can have on a Switch. The first one is my main profile. I use this for like all sorts of games, for whatever I want to play casually. Next up is any % practice. This is a custom file I've set up for Splatoon 3 that essentially lets me practice any % no pause abuse and other categories that would require certain tricks. You do not have to worry about that for any % no major exploits though. And then I have 6 other profiles that I use for resetting. Once I play on each of these profiles, the file will get filled up, and what I'll have to do after that is go into data management, delete save data. We can go back into this easily. You go into here, select Splatoon 3, and choose the files that you'd like to delete. Choose the files that you'd like to delete. Delete all the ones. Make sure not to delete your main, obviously, so don't use this button down here. Just click on each individual one, and then delete save data on this red button once it becomes available. That way you can use the file again. Okay. I'll have to go back into it. So you may have noticed I was walking around in the lobby instead of the intro sequence that takes place at the start of the game. So our speedrun is actually going to start once the screen fades to black after we press the creator button here. The reason for that was a community vote that wanted to cut out the intro from the game so people could change their sensitivities and controls over here without taking any time loss in the actual speedrun. This is something we also did for Octo expansion that I feel is a very beneficial change. So go through the intro part and do like the whole skip with the squid roll that's there. If you haven't seen that before, I probably have a video on it. I think I have an intro speedrun on my channel. And then change the controls to what you'd like. Turn off the motion controls if you're a sticks player, although I'd highly recommend using motion. Invert the camera. I know Thundy does this for some reason. It's been doing it for years. It scares me. You can change the stick sensitivity or the motion control sensitivity. And then you can get ready to start the run. Now, me personally, I love the default controls. I've been using the default controls for a very long time, so I'm just rather used to it. And then we are going to start the run once we go into the crater. I want to also explain right now why I'm choosing to run any % no major exploits to make this tutorial on. So any % no major exploits is a great category to start out with because it's going to ban a lot of the more detailed skips and very precise things that we have found in Splatoon 3. So if you want something that is just going to get you used to the gameplay side of things, you're going to be playing more levels, picking up more egg cans, and want to learn the skips later to maybe move on to any % no pause abuse, this is a great place for you to start as a beginner. So, without any further ado, we're actually still testing one little thing right now. If it's faster to go into the equip menu and then the crater, or just into the crater, but for the purposes of this, I'm going to select the crater, and as the screen turns black, we are going to begin the speedrun. So, let's begin. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so now we're going to be getting into the speedrun. The first thing that we're going to be doing in this speedrun is the crater section of the game. The crater is basically a similar section to how Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1 hero mode operated. Cuttlefish is going to be our guide throughout this section. We're going to do some levels and then have a boss fight with Octavio. That's going to feel very samey to other Splatoon speedruns. But trust me, this game does have quite the twist once we get a little further. But because this is supposed to feel very similar to how previous Splatoon games played before like Octo expansion, a lot of the levels have very simple level design and have like more subtle optimizations that we can do. And I'm going to be trying to show you a bunch of those today. So we're gonna get equipped with our hero gear here. And then after a little bit of mashing, we're going to be progressing. Start by just firing forward. One skip that you can do immediately that is allowed in this category. Cuttlefish would have a dialogue box up here, but if I ink this right side and go along this edge, it skips about a 3-second dialogue section with Captain Cuttlefish, which is a nice little time save that you could pick off at the very start of your speedrun. That is not too difficult either. So now we're going to be going into Crater 1. This is a very straightforward linear stage, where all you will be doing is just going forward. Shoot the balloon. Throw a small fry at the balloon. Shoot the switch. Watch the animation. You get how this works by now. This one is just going in a straight line. Tap forward, get some shots on the switch, and touch the Zapfish. A nice 30. I personally like to split on each split. Slightly weird times in this category, honestly. I know I split with the audio cues during the crater, and then I have like some fade outs for Octavio later, and then it's gonna be fade outs and then Alterna. You don't have to follow my exact split cues throughout the run. Choose things that are comfortable for you. Got out of the first stage, we get introduced to eating ooze. And we're going to be eating up this fuzzball. Try to call back small fry, and then throw small fry again. By calling back small fry there, small fry will actually get back to you a little bit quicker, so you'll be able to do the throw faster, and it saves a little bit of time. So what we're going to be doing in level 2 here, we're going to be trying to build up a splashdown before the end of the stage to do a strategy. So not only do you want to make paths forward here, but you also want to ink a lot of turf. Cut some tight lines, make some jumps, and cover over this section, and make sure to shoot to the side here to cover up a little more turf. Then make your paths forward in this bottom area here. Take out the enemy for a little more turf. I've charged up a splashdown. A little early. But what I am attempting to do there is use a splashdown as I touch the zip pad, and it'll launch me up and allow me to skip a little bit of the stage by doing that. By landing the splashdown strat, you'll get about a 36 in the stage or a 37, and if you have to go around with the wall like that, you're getting a 39 or a 40. No big deal though. Be sure to call back small fry as always. And right as this ooze transitions to being black instead of the more purple tone, you're actually able to walk through it. So you're able to go through this ooze while it's still being eaten up like that. Then we're going to go into level 3. I'm going to do a skip here with a squid surge on the middle switch. Essentially, we're going to be looking to a line on the side to line up our shots so we get the correct ink on the switch. Squid roll here. Now watch this. I'm going to be shooting at this line here on the side. That gets me ink, and then I can do a squid surge up to grab this key. Throw a small fry at this rail, and then hop across. And then grab this key. Then you can skip the entire left side. Oh, what am I doing? You can skip the entire left side by doing that. It's a rather substantial time save. And very simple, too. Make sure you're inking at the correct part of the switch there, because if you ink too much of the switch, it'll activate, and then you cannot do the skip. Do some more mashing through the text. Now, obviously, because I'm trying to explain things, as you've probably noticed, my gameplay isn't quite up to standard, but I will be doing my best to talk and play at the exact same time. Especially difficult with this one, because there's going to be a tough small fry throw that you could try. But, let's explain it. So, Crater 4 here is going to have some enemy sections that we're going to use small fry to distract and take out enemies. Go forward here with these paths in this order. Go far enough forward so we can get past the purple on this one. I didn't mean to hit the enemy directly, but I suppose that works. You essentially want to have small fry hit the ground instead to get the enemies aggroed. You can also attempt a small fry throw here to hit the enemy on that side. I definitely missed with that one though. Wait, did I hit it? No shot. Wait, I did! How did that work? That angle was terrible. Okay. So, by throwing small fry to the side, you can actually get the kill from a far distance. Like that. My angle looked bad though. I don't understand that. Anyway. That is level 4. And now we're going to be going into Octavio. What you can do here, hop into the corner that's in front of you here. Ready to throw a small fry, jump up, and then throw it at the orb. So you don't have to go down. Then, we're going to do the Octavio fight. Just pulling up some notes for this right now, so I can best explain this to you. First we have a little bit of mash in here. So, we'll be starting the boss fight with DJ Octavio, who's been the final boss in quite a few Splatoon single players before. So why is he first? We're gonna find out. Starting out, we have 2 of these normal fists. Get over to the edge and hit them back. Try to also build up a splashdown while you're doing this. So make sure you're at the edge, hit back the fist, and get close to building up your splashdown here. Now we're going to react to where Octavio's going, which is going to be this one. Build up the splashdown here, and then splashdown as this fist comes out. This will quickly take out the spin attack. Then we're going to try and build up another splashdown. Hit back this fist, and Octavio's going to go to the center. So hit Octavio back, and while Octavio's in the animation here, build up your splashdown by shooting more around. That deals with phase 1. Next up, this is a somewhat tight timing here. You're going to have to do a splashdown here before the vacuum comes out to skip the vacuum animation. So, as the fist comes out, pop your splashdown and start picking up more turf. Possibly recover your armor if you work. Then, throw a small fry into the back. And hit back this fist. That'll do it. Then, we're going to react to where Octavio's going. Which is going to be this side again. Lovely. Build up another splashdown. And then we're going to throw a small fry. And as this fist comes out, pop your splashdown. Then get to the end again before the next attack. And hit back the spin. Then we're going to try to build up another splashdown here. If you don't get the full thing for phase 3, that is okay. I did get it in this case, though. Alrighty, so phase 3 is rather simplistic. We're going to have these high 5 attacks, I guess I will call them, for a couple of them. And then we're going to do a splashdown for the second one, throw a small fry, as the fist comes out, pop your splashdown, and build up another one. Back to where Octavio's going, which is this one this time. And then we're going to shoot the third one and splash down the fourth. After the Octavio fight finishes here, we are going to be resetting the game to skip a cutscene. So there's going to be a saving icon in the bottom left corner. As you see that saving icon appear, you are safe to reset. Like so. If you are worried about this at all, just wait for the saving icon to disappear before doing your reset. By resetting here, you are skipping the first part of this cutscene where we fall down into Alteria, and the first time we see Deep Cut. So this reset saves about 40 seconds. You just have to reload your game and then go into it. Reload your game and then go into Alteria. And it will take you here instead. So, we're now going to be in Alteria. A lot of our upgrades have been taken down in the fall of the cutscene that we just skipped. So we're now back down to having a basic hero shot again. And some other side abilities that we don't have at the moment. We're going to first have some mashing here with Agents 1 and 2 and the new captain. So, do your best with mashing. It's hard to provide mashing techniques because I am personally very unhealthy with how I mash, honestly. So, I wouldn't recommend what I do to most people. Wrist exercises, my friends. But we have our mashing here, and Callie and Marie are just basically explaining where we've landed. Got about 6 different sites, and then the rocket to go through. All of which we'll be visiting. We're gonna need Sardinium and upgrade points to upgrade things, which we will be doing in this run. So, first things first, head on over to the only stage you can go to, your only choice. I'm going to be doing a nice and basic route throughout this stage, nothing fancy. I could do fancy things, but I will not do it. Fancy things. And once again, yes, we do indeed have more mashing. Alteria is full of this garbage. Do your best at your tapping. And select your weapon. A little more. And essentially how your only choice is going to work. There are 3 keys in the stage that you need to pick up. We're going to go to the right side first and then the left side. And finish the stage that way. So essentially follow the route that I'm doing. To get off the rail, just go forward and to the right. You can do 3 shots onto the sponge and then ink the top like that to go a little bit faster. And then we're gonna throw a small fry at the ink further down here. Angle like that should work. Stay over to the side to bait the shots and then call back small fry. Now I'm gonna throw a small fry at this geyser from a distance here. Pull back, and throw at the rail. Jump into it, and start shooting the fan. Pretty sure I can use small fry to do more damage there, but I need to rework my muscle memory. Shoot up this, and then go up this wall. That should light snap, and grab our last key. And you can just jump from the side here. Instant squid, okay. Need to practice some more about how to do perfect geysers from what Namovan taught me. But that is going to be the stage. Throw a small fry to instantly unlock it, and then finish it up. Excuse me, what? Alright, throw a small fire at this 600 here, and then go forward. And go into this stage. Big bang. Very simple stage. If I see any bozos in the comments saying that I have a 2-second and that's world record, you're wrong. Senko and Squirrel have a 1.98, so shut up. I've seen too much of it. But it is a fast stage and I need to do it in my run because I need eggs. So, there you go. A quick 1400 there. You can jump up and shoot that ledge right there to get up. And then we're going to grab this Sardinium for upgrading pretty soon. And go to this stage, Zip Splat Jump. Zipcaster stage. We have quite a few of these in the run, actually. They're super fun. Definitely my favorite. Alrighty, use the Zipcaster down this right side, jump here, and then you get a Zipcaster there, go down the middle, hit this corner here, and go to the end, cross like this, so I can get the shot, go to the corner, missing a lot, hit the side here or not, so that's okay. Up like that, it's a backup, side, middle, and that's the stage. Okay, so now we're going to be doing a bit of stuff in the overworld. We're going to be picking up a bunch of power eggs that we are going to be needing going forward. So, essentially need a bunch of power eggs, so I'm going to grab this can. I'm going to eat this 800 ooze here. I'm going to grab this can. Grab this Sardinium. And then I'm going to open up this 1500. There is a hidden one right here. There's some more power eggs. And then enter the cutscene. Now, I need to get enough power eggs by Fry. I'm not sure if I have enough, but I know some backups. I'm kind of doing a route off the top of my head. I'm going to write it down for you guys to see later, but this is how I route things. I usually do not write things down. There's a way to skip this cutscene, but that's going to be an any percent no pause abuse, and it's really hard. It's like halfway through this cutscene as well, we just start mashing, and it's like, yep, okay. Trust me, there are a lot of skips that you can do in the overworld that I'm not going to cover in this video. I actually have an any percent overworld skips guide that I made on day like 2 or 3. That's kind of outdated, but it does cover most of it. But that's for a different category. Follow closely if you want to be good at any percent no major exploits. Now that this cutscene's almost done though, we're going to be going into Site 2. Might even lose time on this split, man. Apparently not. That is a cursed amount of eggs. Very interesting. Alright, so we're going to be going into another stage here, twirling. But before we do that, we're going to be grabbing another 100 power eggs. Got a hidden one right here. And then twirling, swirling, whirling right here. And I'm going to recommend that you actually do this with the mini Splatling because it gives 100 more power eggs than the hero shot. Which is going to make it an ideal choice because the power egg routing is the main thing with this category. Go around the sides like this. And ideally, I don't want to get in this guy's way, but go around the side. Use burst bombs on the walls as necessary. Get the sniper. And then we're going to get onto here and go forward. Do not shoot, actually. Silly little creature. You can actually make that other cycle with a mini, I think, but it is very close. You'll probably end up with this cycle on the stage. I am going to lose time here because I didn't grab that egg can when I last did this run, which was like 2 weeks ago. So, you know. Slight route changes. Trust me, this route is going to work. Do not panic. Oh, perfect. I'm actually at 1900 right now, which is excellent. So all I need to do here is grab this CD. The CD gives me upgrade points, which I am going to need to actually get some upgrades for later. Mainly the sensor for Big Man. That's what we're most concerned about. Eat up this 900 ooze. Eat up this 1000 ooze, and then we're going to do some quick upgrades here. First, go down and upgrade the special charge up. It's not what we're really after here, but instead, get the better hero shot upgrade. This is going to make bosses so much better, so much easier. I almost went in the ooze there. Don't do that, but do make sure you upgrade your hero shot. And go into this kettle. I should have grabbed that balloon. That would have been 100 power eggs, but balloons are cycle-based. Let's just assume you weren't there to grab that cycle and make everything consistent, okay? It was intentional. But we're going to be going into Fry here. Fry's boss fight is genuinely evil if you do not have the level 2 shot. It's so inconsistent when you're trying to speedrun it. But with the upgrade, it's going to make things much, much easier, as you're going to see. There still are some luck factors here, but that's okay. Every speedrun has some luck. Deal with it. Alright. Here we are with Fry and her eels. Pick up some ground. We got 100 eel vision here. Make sure to shoot the ones that have the black and blue, black and purple eyes. The ones that have like the rings around their eyes. Those are the ones that you need to be targeting in this fight. You can take down the first phase quickly like that. You can also get eel downbore in the first phase, which will have eels come down from the sky. You just want to look up when that happens and look for the ones that have the eyes before they go into the ground. Then we have phase 2 here, where you're guaranteed to get the whirlpool. Look for the ones with eyes. Wow, that is... Did I really just get that RNG? What is that? Oh my god, I've never seen that before. I just got all the ones with the eyes, like, in a row. That was really unlucky. But usually that will not happen to you, and they space out a little better, but that was just extremely interesting gameplay right there. Anyways, that's a decent way to deal with phase 2. So now in phase 3, we are going to get the swarm attack, and we're going to try and time a splashdown to take out a bunch of them. She just swore. Not cool. I heard that. Not cool. Oh my god. Great Moray transformation. Get ready to splash down here as they're about to cross. Get it on the ground. And then I missed a bunch actually, but as they do their whirl back here, this guy's one shot. You ideally want to get your splash down a little bit closer than I did, but for the purposes of demonstration, this will do. Alright, that is our first boss down. Now, according to how my knowledge works of egg routes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be good in Site 3 if I grab... How many backups do I need for this? I need 600 over. How much does the stage give? Okay. I'm figuring this out on the fly. Trust me, this is going to work. But that's Fry. And we get our first part there. So what we'll do here, after this quick bit of mashing, is we're going to super jump back to Site 2, go to the boss kettle here. Go back down to this part and hop to here. Grab these power eggs. Grab these power eggs. Open up this ooze. Grab this decoration. And then go to the end. I should be fine. Yeah. 600 over? I might actually be over in eggs. But what we're gonna do here is go into the corporate splatter. And we're gonna complete this stage with the dualies because while the hero shot is faster if you do have everything upgraded, we clearly do not. And the dualies and their roll down mechanic while you're mid-air are going to be fairly fast for the given scenario. So we'll be going down the stage, inking forward and dodging shots. Go with the pad and do double rolls down to this. Zip pad to the launch pad to the A. Do a dodge roll onto this part, take out the two enemies, and then go up the zip pad here onto launch pad. A. You know how it is. Ink down the side here, one tap forward, and then you can go up this side part. Dodge the enemies, enough. Throw the bomb, and roll into the end. Nice, 38. Alright, gotta stop myself from doing the skip here. We're doing enemy. Eat up this ooze for 600. Then we're gonna go forward and off to the side. Now, if I have done my routing correctly, I'm going to have enough eggs with conveyor belt tightening. If I have not done my route correctly, I am not going to have enough eggs, but that's not gonna happen, okay? Choose. I always forget that it goes in the middle on this one, but choose the ink brush by not moving the stick and go forward. Alright, just use the brush to take out these first few targets. Get up close to do faster damage. Forgot about these two, but that's okay. Need to get some ink back while you're waiting. Not a bad idea, yeah? And then, once we break all of those, mash that brush to take down the orange blocks. Brush mashing being terrible right now because I am the worst ZR masher on the planet. But that's okay. So now I should have over 2,700 power eggs. That's the goal at least. And even if I didn't, I tactically only need like 25 right now. Yeah, I'm at 28. I'm good. So what I'll do here is go down the center, ink up the side part, and I'm going to eat up the 700 and grab the egg container while I'm waiting for it to go down. Make sure to unlock the stage, very important. Eat the 2,000 ooze. Grab some more power eggs while you're waiting. And go into Site 4. 350 means, I'll get Callie back up in Site 5 if I need to. I should be perfectly fine on eggs, though. This egg route actually strings together pretty well. I could take out something earlier, but it's all kind of relatively on BAF, so I think that's a fairly optimal egg route that I just did there. Use this right here to get yourself a path forward. That one on the right there is also power eggs if you're in need, if you're behind the route for some reason. And go into Ink Fast Hot Shot. Aim Lab stage. Pick up your Splatter Shot Pro, we have work to do. Take down the targets as they appear. I'm gonna try using some burst bombs in certain areas. I've heard that the stage is very bad with sticks from Adept. Use burst bombs there to take out the bigger fields. Don't worry too much about the speed. And try to aim a bit down here. It'll help you hit these balloons a little bit faster. Then ink down the platform and get to the end of the stage. 43. Decent. For Ginger standards, at least. And then, what I'll be doing here to get to Shiver, jump across to this bottom part, and open up this stage from down here, and super jump to it on the map. Then, open up this 300 right here, and ride the rail. And then this 500 here. I do not need this CD. I am at 8 upgrade points. That's okay though. Okay, you could take out one of the CDs earlier then, because we're eating up all the extra ooze. By using that 500 rail on the side there is significantly better than using the 2000 to get up to Shiver. Saves so many power eggs. It's like an entire stage's worth. But now we're going to be taking down Shiver. After watching this cutscene, I'm going to be explaining some fairly decent strategies for this fight. There are some like complicated things you can do with the level 2 shot to try and speed this up, but they are both very precise and very difficult, so I'm just going to do what I can and explain what happens, okay? Go off to the left side here, where Master Mega is going, and lead some shots. As Shiver throws out these attacks, jump to the side, throw out more shots as you try to recover some ink when the Master Mega is attacking. Go to the side, recover some ink, land some shots. Make as many hits as you can, and then recover some ink and go out to bait him over. This Master Mega needs small fry, Shiver then pops out, take them out. Nice and simple. Okay. Phase 2, a little more awkward here. Get some shots on target. You're essentially, to do a fast strat here, you're essentially trying to recover the right amount of ink while still doing good damage. I definitely did not do enough damage to make this work, but that's okay. Try to get some shots before Master jumps. That is weird. Usually on the second jump there, you do not get enough damage like that. But if you are landing enough damage throughout the phase, you are able to take out Master Mega before he does like the beam attack and you throw a small fry into his mouth. And then Shiver pops into the middle, take them out again. You know how this works by now. So in phase 3, the attacks are fast enough that you can just drift off to the side like this. and not run out of ink before the end here. Just land a bunch of shots here and recover ink for this third one. As the beam is coming out, you can throw a small fry into the mouth and then splash down before Master Mega hits the center like that. Fairly fast way of doing it. And then Shiver, they're done for at this point, so that's 2 bosses down. 1 more to go before it's Rocky Gaming. Sit in the middle here in between those boxes that are on the ink surface, and then you can pick up the part. For Shiver specifically, you do not actually have to jump to that part. You could just press A from down there. I think the other 2 bosses require you to jump to collect it. It's a weird little thing. Then jump back to Site 3 with that 1 kettle we opened near the end of the site. We're going to use that instead to go into Site 5. Now I am down 100 eggs here, but if I use the Cali Talk, this will work okay, because I would be 1700 in MPA, yeah? Yeah, okay, I know, I'll back this up. So, trust me, this is going to work. If you are very behind on eggs, there are actually quite a few that you can get in Site 5. But, pop out of the tube. And just go forward here. Down the side, I believe there's a hidden one around here. You can get if you're very low, that Nabobin gets. MPA. And then we're going to be going into Zipcastic. More Zipcaster. We actually get to do 2 Zipcasters in Site 5. With how this route works, at least. Very fun. Having a blast, per se. Alright, let's go forward. That hit the top. Wait, what? Okay, I'm going up like that, I guess. Sure. Zipcast over here, swim off, and then go to the side, and forward, jump. Okay, my aim is being really bad, but... Dude! Okay. You can probably see the route I'm going for. I am being very unsuccessful with it, though. I'm trying to use as few of these zip pads while still getting pretty good distance. Missing a ton of shots, and my brain is kind of just not operating with me right now. But that gets through the stage. Yeah, so my route's gotten a 29 before if you do it properly. That was a terrible demonstration. I recommend looking at the IL or maybe the world record for no pause abuse to refer to that one a little bit better, because that was pretty scuffed, I can't lie. What we'll do here is fairly simple. I'm going to shoot this kettle by jumping forward, and then jump to too many snipers here. And then eat up this 800 dues. And then this is 2800. Eat up this 300. Yeah. I'm gonna need Cali here. The Cali will spawn right next to this stage after I finish it to make my egg route work. Plus there's a nearby can if I needed it, but I won't, so we'll be fine. Alrighty, alright. Zip cast forward here and zipping over the neighborhood. Do a little bit of brush action there. Use the sides. Go to the box. Box is useful again. Off to the side. Then you can skip the doors here by going straight down the middle. Pop a shot at the end. That was pretty good. Got in the 30 here. So that was better. But we essentially need 4,200 eggs coming out of this stage to finish up our egg route. I'm gonna have 4,100. So I'm going to eat up this 3,000, then talk to Callie here. She'll give you another 100 eggs if you are in need of that. And that finishes that up. So now I have 1,209 power eggs. And how this is going to work is I need to eat a 1,200 patch before Big Man, and I'm going to have 9 extra power eggs. Now, if you are concerned throughout the run that you will not have power eggs, I recommend picking up an extra 100 somewhere. There are some in Site 5, there are some in Site 3, there are some in Site 4, like the one that I mentioned that we went past it. If that is an issue to you, I recommend doing that. Because sometimes you do skip those power eggs in stages, but generally you're fine. But eat up this 1,200, activate this rail, be careful going across here. If you fall off this rail, or this movement to Big Man at any point, you will have to redo, like, all of the movement to Big Man, so, like, be very careful while you're doing this. You could jump off about here, safely, with a nollie jump, which, pick the right one, please, which you do by holding out a sub and then jumping. If you're not comfortable with that, haven't practiced a nollie before, then just go to the end of the rail. Make sure to get the sensor upgrade there, and then go into the Big Man fight. The sensor upgrade is going to be very important. So, we'll be going into the Big Man fight now. Big Man is kind of the worst boss fight in this game, because there is a bunch of luck with this one. Essentially, the Manta form that he is going to make will split up into multiple parts. With the sensor, we're going to be able to see what the real one is when you go into Squid form, but oftentimes a big Manta will cover a small Manta and stop you from shooting the real one, or dash at you, or throw out other attacks at you in Phase 3, and it can get very out of control very quickly. So go into Squid form like that with the sensor, you'll be able to see which one is the real one with the red indicator instead of the yellow. You do enough damage to deal with Phase 1. Phase 1 is simple, Phase 2 can get a little more complicated, and Phase 3 is where things can get really bad. Alright, so in Phase 2, it's going to be even more splitting up, and there's the possibility for dash attacks now from the big Manta. So you need to be careful. Get a bunch of shots on. Check Squid. This one over here. Check Squid. This one over here. Make sure that I'm not going to get dashed by any of the big Mantas. Looks like I'm getting covered super badly right now. Extremely unlucky, but somehow Big Man got revealed there. I'm not quite sure how. Very interesting. This is what I mean. The big Manta can cover up the real Manta before you're able to actually deal with it. So that was a case of pretty unlucky, or bad RNG, random number generator, speedrunning slang. Shots, shoot the real one, you take out these torpedoes as you see them, they're pretty dangerous. Oh, that one got a bit close. Which one's the real one? I think it's away from me. So, I have no idea where the real one is now, that's great. Over here. Dude! How? What is going on here? What? Where's the real one? I don't know. What? Dude, you're actually joking. I don't see the real one. Oh my god, get out of that. I'm dead. I'm actually dead. I saw it back there. Oh my god, I haven't seen this attack in forever. So that is single-handedly the worst big man RNG I have ever seen playing this game. And I've completed about 30 runs so far. So that is as unlucky as you can get, basically. Where the real one separated from me and was on the complete other side of the map and will not come back. That is as bad as it gets. I would be shocked if anyone has actually seen worse big man RNG than that without dying. Because that blew away my expectations for how bad this fight could be. Yeah, I lost a minute IGT there. A full minute. Good God. What is that? Okay, so that's big man. Shouldn't be a 223 for you. If you do the fight well with a level 2 hero shot, it's about a 120 IGT. That was just extremely bad luck. So, mash through the text there. Go through this dialogue by pressing up and then A for each one. Okay, so we're gonna have cutscenes for a bit, and then we're gonna be going into the rocket. Okay, so what have we just done here? Put together this machine. Captain is taking down the fuzz. And then we're going to be going into the rocket. Alright, just go forward here. Yes, the ink does not properly go onto the ground. That is just how this game has been for quite a while. The ink does not want to properly register for the first couple of seconds, and they have not patched that. So, it happens to everyone. But we go through this cutscene, just a bit of mashing. Now, there is actually a skip for this cutscene, but it is considered a major exploit, and is hard. So, not great when you're starting out. But, get through this cutscene, just shoot forward. And go up the rails, and get into rocket. 30:05 with the cutscene? I could save time with that. I don't know if I could 116 this run, but I'll try. I'd have to actually play pretty good. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But first part here is weaponless. We just have small fry, at least better than OE's weaponless. We had nothing. So a small fry at the switch, open up the door. Now, we're gonna aggro the first part of enemies here. And then we're gonna try and dodge shots and clump these ones together. try not to get your armor broken here, it'll slow you down a lot. And throw a small fry to deactivate the flutter. And then once you are on top of the flutter... Oh my god, I went early. Okay, that's fine. That's just embarrassing, but... You can also throw small fry a bit early here to get some speed onto these. Call back, throw. Jump off, and then just follow this path through the section. Calling back small fry. It's gonna make your throws faster. And pay attention here. Oh, I'm screwed. That's not ideal. I'm gonna have to wait for the flutter here. There's actually a strat that you can do. It's not going to work. Oh my god, I fixed it. Did I? Yeah, because I'm on top! You can throw a small fry to keep it longer. Oh my god, that worked. Okay. So, if you do that more optimally, you will not have to restart the flutter again there. And you can just do it in one clean motion, but that, I guess, works. Not the cleanest I've ever done that, but it works, so hey, we'll take it. I didn't explain a lot of that last part, but it's a lot of activating switches, opening up boxes, and throwing small fry in good times. 2 text boxes here, and then you can go up the side to get out of Rocket 1. Unfortunately, in this little part here, we cannot actually just jump down to the bottom, because, you know, let's put kill planes everywhere. You can jump over that fence, though, if you time it right. I have little splits for all these different parts that don't follow the game's actual numbering. I know different runners do this differently, but this is my style. It's how I operate. Alright, pick up the Trizuki here. Take out this field of enemies. Pick up the Wave Breaker here. Take out this group of enemies. Including the one that's hidden in there. Grab the Ultra Stamp. I know this thing sucks at multiplayer, but it's good enough to take out this thing. Forward, take out this one, and then go across. Take this little diagonal here with the Leaf Slider. And jump to the platform. And then we're gonna get the Ink Storm here. Make sure you stand back a little bit so you don't get hit by these bombers. 1, 2, and then just land shots and stand back. No damage taken. Armor here never hurts, yeah? Splashdown! Boom! What you can do here is skip the ink vac, throw small fry for the first one, and then throw a splat bomb in between these two. Takes out everything at the same time. And then you go forward. Don't use the tri-strike here. Take out this first one. Take out the stamps as they land. You can one cycle here if your timing's very good. I do not have good timing though, so I have to wait for another jump. It's okay. Take out this one at the end, and then use a tri-strike. Take out all of the enemies that way. Up. And hop onto this Octo Zeppelin Lord! Yeah. What I recommend doing here for the sniper as well is to just throw a small fry at it to distract it. Wouldn't want to have the sniper shoot you off while you're trying to climb this rail. Or you can just have the sniper kill small fry. Huh. I've never had that happen before. What the hell? Okay, sure. Yeah. 3 text boxes, start going forward. Alright, next part is an auto-scroller. Kinda boring. I know. Doesn't really matter how you approach this section. I mean, it will matter in a second, but this first whole part doesn't really matter. Just take out the enemies as you see them. Make some ground. Throw a small fry to distract stuff. That's all there is to it. Take out the mine of sprinklers. One on the right, one on the left, small fry, and take over the shield. Always remember, you can call back small fry quickly with this way. I've probably explained this a bunch of times throughout the run, but I use it everywhere, so get it into your muscle memory. Jump off here a little bit, okay, the switch, and jump a little early. Switch as you pass there. Take out all the enemies. Grab the armor. Grab the Trizuka. Take out the one up there. Throw a small fry to the side to distract this Twinticle. Pop out Trizuka. Take out the gunners down there. Grab this one. For some turf, and then we're gonna get some octolings here. They spawn middle, left, middle, right. So you can just camp their locations. Wait until this metal bar has passed, like, your main vision. And you can pull up the Trizuka and take out the sniper like that. And you can jump down and finish up the auto-scroller. 5 text boxes here. And then on the races. What you can also do here is a small optimization. Just throw a small fry at the rail, then go diagonal here. A little bit faster. Alright. Now, in my mind, the next 2 parts require a lot more concentration and skill. This is a big spiral. There's a lot of enemies that you're going to have to take out and doing a lot of dodging. Try to follow along with the movement. These troopers are fairly decent kills to get ink because they don't take that many shots. Twinticles take a lot of shots though, so they're not exactly great kills. The shielded ones you can distract with small fry like that. Or you can land small fry past and slip past as well. That doesn't have to actually land. And then take out these troopers. Like I said with the Twinticles, they're not exactly great value. You can slip past them a little easier. Go down the path, dodge the Twinticle, and throw small fry as a quick distraction here. Slip past everything here. Once you're on the rail, you can call back small fry. Sometimes small fry will die there. A tragic sacrifice. And then we're gonna go forward and make this jump. Be careful here, obviously. That one's a really bad one to miss because the checkpoint's 25 seconds back. Go across. Make sure to get a bunch of ink at the end here. And then you can just scooch across here. You can dodge the octoballs on the left side with some precision. If you're not comfortable with this, you can always wait it out. Sniper. And then go up. Style roll. Fashion statement. Dash to Lee's part. We got a bunch of energy cores to collect. Follow my route closely. This first part is fairly simple. Take out the first two and then grab your zipcaster. Go to the right, grab two, and just follow the lines. And go back and grab this part. Section 2 is where it gets complicated. Follow closely. Go up, jump, grab these three, these two, then three. Then, as this part goes up, grab this core, grab this one, and then go across for these two. Grab this one, zip cast the top part there, grab this core, and then go up for the last one. 3 is simple again. There's only really one way to take this route. Go to the top, like so, zip cast this part, grab the egg, and then just start going in a circle. Squid down, and then you can grab. Okay, how did that work? That should have taken away my zipcaster very much earlier, but you can use one zipcast to just go to the end instead of walking out. But I kind of like missed my angle and did 2 somehow. I don't know how that worked. It was kind of cool though. And we're gonna go up the spiral here. I do have a very nasty gold on my last split, so I'm not exactly sure if I'll be able to get a 116 here. It'll actually be very close, which is funny. I blame Big Man. Big Man ruined speedruns. I killed your run. Well, we're going up the spiral here. And then we're going to get into about 4 minutes of cutscenes. That's right. Okay. Go through this whole cutscene, the rocket launches. Grizz, you silly Billy, why are you trying to destroy the world? Come on. Do better. Yeah, what I'm concerned about though, we have a 459.98 on this last split. This is still my goal than any percent no positives. I usually get like a 502 or a 503 there. But I can gold that split by 3 seconds. So I might be able to do it. Might be. Possibly. 1:16:59 gaming, perhaps. Blame Big Man. Oh yeah, cuttlefish. Dried in his prime. Tragedy. A single tear. Hello, bozo. dubious little creature getting up to mischief. This is no good. Alright, now we're talking. Alright, for Grizz, there's gonna be a bunch of golden eggs that we're gonna have to collect to just take down Ooze, take down Grizz's weak points, the fuzzballs, exposed points, yada yada. You know how this works. It's similar to a lot of the ooze that we've been eating throughout this game, except applied to a boss fight. And it's just cool. I recommend taking out most enemies as you're going throughout this. It will help you a lot. But not all enemies need to be killed. Camera is just up there for some reason. Classic. These first two, okay, just throw it as slow as possible. Go in between that claw attack. Fuzzball. Get it up. That's one. Now, I recommend not throwing Small Fry to help you with damage on these points, because it's very easy to run out of ink with our current upgrade setup if you do that. So just land damage with your shot. If you're going to back up to dodge an attack, then throwing Small Fry can be a good idea. But if you're doing this as optimally as possible, you're not likely going to want to. In conservation, when you have a minimum tank and level 2 shots, very important. Right, grab these 3 eggs. This is one of the times where skipping the enemies actually makes a lot of sense. Try to take out a few of these as you're going around, and then grab this egg. If possible, if you're too slow to grab it, that's always okay. Try to take out some of these copters as you're going throughout this rotation here. It'll help you in the long run. And then, taking out some more of these enemies, I'm going to go up this side. We can take out an enemy or two over there. And then as Grizz rotates, I have everything killed and all the eggs grabbed. So I can start landing shots as soon as possible. And pop another fuzzball. Now phase 3 is a lot harder. There's going to be some fairly precise jumps that I'm going to try and do. Now for this upcoming one, make sure to jump from the corner before we go to the side platform, because it's a little bit closer if you look visually. I'll show you. This actually helps a lot, and I see a ton of people die because they do this wrong. So watch. Go forward here, grab the first one, go to this corner, then jump across, and then jump back to this corner, grab this egg, and then eat it from across here. Dodge these ink strikes, and you're going to have a nicer path here when you're going forward. Take out these first two, throw Small Fry to distract the enemies, and try and go forward and get past these tentacles, call back Small Fry, and then eat up this fuzzball. Now, if you're fast enough, try and take out these 2 enemies, grab some eggs, and then get out of there, for a rotation. You don't have to do quite everything before the rotation. I am going to have quite a bit of time before I can actually hit Riz. So, there's quite a bit of leniency here. There's also going to be a killer whale attack on this last part here. If you're not fast enough, actually dodge the attack, because it will kill you pretty quickly. But what you're going to see me do here is stand in the way while the killer whale is about to activate. But if you need to dodge this attack, don't feel bad. Get a bunch of shots here. Killer whale is going to try and activate, but I'll be able to throw a small fry in time. Alright. Hello, Octavio. How are you doing, my friend? Are you ready to take down Grizz together? The team up with Octavio for the final boss? How lovely. After having an amazing Octavio final boss in the first game and an absolutely garbage one in the second, we're doing a team up in the third? It's kind of fire though. You know how it is. And as the marine life flows, we now have an evolution from small fry to huge fry. Now it's starting to ball out. Eliminate the fuzzballs to help huge fry. Alright. So let's finish this fight, shall we? We're gonna hop in, take out some fuzzballs, and finish the damn game. Alright. Tap the ground and go forward. I recommend picking up the armor. Just makes everything a little bit safer as you go throughout this. I hate how that takes. Dude, how did that hit me? It's so bad. It's actually so bad. Am I gonna lose 5 seconds? Let's find out together. As you go through the second part, Grizz is gonna do a massive swing with his arm before Huge Fry does an attack, and it is going to be very close because of how bad that first pop was. So Grizz is gonna do the swing here. I'm not. Oh, I actually hit him once. Cool. And then I'm gonna tap right a little bit to dodge his arm. Huge Fry does the swing. I got my attacks off. Pop the fuzzball. Third one is where things get tricky. So make sure you're standing off of the actual vacuum itself when it opens up, because it'll fling you upward. Grab the armor, and then start getting some damage in. Taking out that one entirely. And then we're going to try and get a bunch of damage onto this fuzzball. And then before we get hit again by those two, we can actually pop it. It saves a little bit of time. Okay. Very careful with the fuzzballs on the side. It is super easy to collide with one of those when you're doing these attacks. So just be very careful with your movement here. Just right a little bit, and then that'll work. So now we're just going to shoot fuzz right back, and the time is going to end when the screen completely fades to white. That was actually a good final boss. Like, really good. And time. Wow. Not bad. That is a new world record for any percent no major exploits. And I commentated the whole thing. That's the entire Splatoon 3 any percent speedrun. If you are interested in joining the whole speedrunning community, make sure to join the Discord. Don't talk in the speedrun.com forums. No one answers there. No, Big Bang is not an IL that we will be adding. Join the Discord and learn full game. That's where it's at. Run some actual any percent. Learn some no major exploits. But yeah, that's about all I got. I hope this will help you in learning some Splatoon any percent speedrunning for yourself. So yes, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next upload that I surely will get a world record in. Later.